Here's a trick I think you're going to enjoy. It's quick, direct and simple. Uses just a regular deck of cards, and you can give them a shuffle in front of your spectator. And in fact you do require a spectator, whether it's a family, friend or work colleague, and you say to them, from these cards, can you just cut them in half? And they will cut the pack roughly in half. You both take half the deck each, and we're both going to make a random choice of any card. When we go through, we're just going to drop one card without looking at it, so there's no influence from either of us. So you both go through, and you go through and you just take a card out, and they do likewise. 2 random cards have been chosen. So that we can't change our minds, can you put your card on top of my pack? Okay, so that's your card, and I'm going to put mine on top of yours. We can't change our mind. We've both committed to one card each. Now if we take a look at the card that you chose, it's the Black Queen, the Queen of Clubs. Turn over my card. What did I choose? And I happen to choose exactly the same Queen, the Black Queen. Now that's probably just coincidence that we both chose a Black Queen out of 52 playing cards. Or is it? You see, if we look a little bit deeper, and when I say deeper, I mean deeper in the pack, you'll discover that in fact we both chose the only printed cards in the deck. So how does this particular trick work? It's actually very straightforward. It's been around a long time. I was doing this when I started. It's one of the early tricks I learned from a book back in the 70s, and that's a long time ago. There was also a commercially available trick, I think called the Alpha Deck, about 8 years ago, that did a similar effect. I'm not quite sure if it worked the same, but it looked as though it works the same. But this one is very simple. You can make this up yourself. You just need 2 cards that are identical value and colour. Doesn't matter what they are. I chose the Black Queens. And you need a deck of cards, 50 blank cards. Now of course, if you're just starting out in Magic, you probably don't want to go out and buy a pack of these. If you have got a couple of packs of cards kicking around, you could probably grab all the red cards, the hearts and the diamonds, and put them together so you have a deck of 50 red value cards. So at the conclusion, you both chose the only black cards in the entire red deck. Somewhere along those lines. Let me just go through. The only sleight you're going to do is a double lift. So these have to be on top of the deck to begin with. You can do some false shuffles, cuts, whatever you like to do. The spectator cuts the deck in half. You can use Magician's Choice. I think it's just better just to grab the half that they cut off, the top half, give them the other half. Remember, all their cards are blank. You then have to take one of yours, because you've got 2 picture cards on these. You just have to slide one of those off. It doesn't matter how you do this, whether or not you do a slip cut method or as I do. In the confusion, I just push cards across and I push the top chunk back over. Watch. As you go through, you just do that and you just split the pack. I've got a few of the cards on the top here. It's that simple. Slide one card off and then make sure you put this back on top. You may have a different way, but you just need to deal with the top card off there. They will go through and pick any card. Now some people say, can they shuffle the cards? And they can. If they wanted to, they could have shuffled these. The reason I don't invite them to shuffle is I don't trust people. Because if they're anything like me, when I shuffle cards, I tend to drop them all over the place. And there's nothing worse than someone going to shuffle these who's not a skilled magician and end up dropping some cards on the floor and they reveal that they're blank. So just get them to choose it. The rest of it is performance, because you then swap over, you give them your card, which is, we know is that. The card they've chosen is blank, but on top of your pack you got the other card there, so you drop this on and you do a double lift. You do a double lift to say, look, that's the card that you chose. You're actually holding two. Okay. If you find it difficult to do a double lift, once you put the cards on the table, you can just spread the cards and say you could have had any of these. As you square the cards up, just get your little pinky on there and hold a break. So you've got a little break there. You place their card on top, and then you can then just pick it up from the break there and just flip them over like that. You can leave it at that. What I like to do is just to put this on the bottom, but I don't want to do that because I see the blanks early. I just kind of time it so it covers the blank, put it down. They turn over your card, it's done. I then scoop the pack up like that, and then the kicker is when you spread the cards and they're all blank, and that's it. Practice and enjoy.